Welcome to Compromise and Communication Show on Change the Game Network. This is an hour-long show, and we will be dealing with relationships of all kinds, including friends, family, co-workers, kids, and parents.
Yes.
And every week we will be dealing with multiple topics.
Oh, yes.
Go ahead.
Definitely. And then one of the good things is this is just to bring us closer and to find some resolution within our own selves and our own relationships. So this show is just bridging a gap between what we know and what we don't know. And I think this, and it just helps. So our subject, hey, how you doing, Vincent? Yes. So our subject that we're talking about today is something rather, I heard someone sent me something that Dr. Umar Johnson was talking about on the Breakfast Club. And it really like I was like, whoa, he's got a point. But I want you all to hear what he's associating with. One of the things that Dr. Umar Johnson was saying is that right before the civil rights movement spearhead, when you have Marcus Garvey, the Malcolm X, the Dr. Kings, and all of the different people that were moving forward, we had a lot of segregation happening. One thing, when blacks were segregated from everyone else, we had a lot more power being segregated than we had, being, integrated with everyone else.
Yeah.
So it was more on the lines of we basically lost our power from that. The other thing that he mentioned, that now the black community, I hate to say it, but we're running from marriage. A lot of them are running from marriage. They're taking their time. They don't want to do it. I'm too independent. I don't need a man movement. Or, forget these H's. I don't need no H's. I'm just going to make my money and keep it pimping, And so what happened there? And it's the government responsible for putting out the media against blacks to divide rather than unify. Because if you look at it, who supported the Marcus Garveys, the Malcolm X, and the Dr. Kings? It was married families. Who supported the civil rights movement when these men were leaving to go and do things and to make things happen? It was a 2-income household that was moving and keeping those things alive. And so one of the things that the government and the people came together is removing jobs out of areas and removing trades from our schools so that we could not adequately get the quick education to have the skills to pay the bills. For instance, a lot of times you hear people saying, let's go to college. College is a good thing. Let's get our degrees. But I have to be honest, me being an admissions representative and me working with trades and collegiate atmosphere, I have seen people come out of, hey, Norvell, I've seen people come out of doing 9 months of being an electrician and within 5 years making 6 figures.
Yeah.
And someone coming with a degree and they working 10 and 15 years and they still haven't hit those 6 figures.
Yes.
And for them to remove the trades from the school systems in high schools, the plumbing, the carpentry, the HVAC, the electrical, and being able to automotive, aviation, diesel mechanics and things. It was people who can go to high school and get those skills to pay the bills, hop on and work for a factory or a business, get a job, and just, and really be successful and really feed their families. And now you have people that go to college, they do their 4 years, they end up with about a good $35,000 to $50,000 in debt. Some people even $70,000 and $80,000 in debt, and they're trying to pay their debt off from the student loans, and they're eating ramen noodles. and they got all these degrees. They got more degrees than a thermometer, but they're broke.
Right.
So
Very accurate.
yes, so by them taking trades out of the public school systems, by them bringing on what I call the media, which the media bringing on uh ways to get us away from marriage, by using cinema, by using movies like The Mac, Superfly, and all these type of movies that promotes drugs and singleness and not holiness into our communities. And the other thing that was mentioned, and I know all too well, is that they said that they could, when these men, when they took the factory, I know I'm all over the place, guys. Y'all know I got ADHD. But when they took the factories away from the Black communities, when they took the jobs away, when they took those things away from us, they took the Black men's jobs. And then the government came on in and said, hey, you can get these food stamps, you can get this medical insurance, but that dude got to leave the house. Your man got to leave the house. So this broke up the Black family. The lack of jobs. And so the women were getting the jobs. The women were working, while these men that served our country, that went to Vietnam and came back, they had nothing.
Right.
No jobs, no factory work, no skills that they can go to take care of things. Then unions were made to keep us out because of the Italians and the Irishmen and the Polish. They said, hey, we don't want these Black men taking our jobs, so we're gonna form some unions, and we're gonna exile this so that we can look out for our families, and we can look out for ourselves and make sure that we get paid in these positions. So when you take the man out the house, that's just horrific.
Yeah.
And this is what happened to the Black community. So that man, part two, what did he do when he had no money, no job, no resources? People called him lazy and everything. And so then here comes the marketing campaign from the media, Maniac Devils in Action. They said, you know what, let's get these people to sell drugs and let the CIA make the money on top. And then the jails can get filled up. And then we can have people that are in jail, we can get companies to contract and they can do little or nothing work in the prison system. So do you see the cycle here? Take the Black man out the house. Don't let his kids see how to be a man, but we're going to constantly promote this woman to go up, up, up. We're going to promote the Black woman to go up by taking away the king. And see, the queen is not that strong without her king. It takes two.
Yeah.
Takes two.
You do.
So.
You do. And that's very good that you see that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Because, see, with that man out the house, what is he doing? Okay, we're going to pimp. We're going to sell these drugs. We're going to get this fast money so I can have something. Hey, Ebony. Yes. Hey, Chris. So we're going to do all of these things. We're going to take the educational resources out the community. We're going to take away any way that this Black man can make some money and do some amazing things. Because if you look at our grandparents, like I'll look at our grandparents were either bus drivers, they were plumbers, they were carpenters, they worked for the electric company, they worked for Ford, and they stayed there years. I mean, how many, just hit like. How many people, grandparents that you know that's been on their job, or even parents that's been on their jobs that you know that was on there for over 20 years or 15 years or 30 years? I'm going to click like on that because that was my dad.
Yep.
That was my.
Hey, Vincent.
That was my dad. My dad retired 5 years ago from a company that he was at for 22 years. And what was my dad's occupation?
Yeah.
My dad was a mechanic and electrician. He still is, but he's retired.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he had the skills to pay the bills. Do you know why? Because when he went to Crane High School, they taught what? How to be an electrician, how to be a carpenter,
Trades.
and how to do HVAC. And my dad took all them classes when he was in high school. And then he went to
Yeah.
Malcolm X College and finished it off with his electrical. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so those things, and became a mechanic. So my dad was very good with his hands. So when you take that dynamic
Okay.
away and you holler college, what you're doing is you're making America rich and you're getting poor with debt. And then you go into college for a job that you may get
Good
and you may
point.
not get. And a show of hands, how many people
Right.
are doing what they went to college to do? I'll wait. Thank you, Christopher. He says a
That's a
man
no for
is only
me.
as good as his woman on his side, right? Mm-hmm.
Oh, Christopher, will you stop sucking up, man? Yeah,
No,
man.
but
You
I
see
mean, so
that
what is your
ball?
take on this, Darin? Because I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, no likes there.
Don't get
From what I
don't
just
get me
said.
started, Leah.
So how many people just by likes or hearts, either thumbs up or hearts? How many people are not doing what they majored in right now as far as work? Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yep. Yeah. So
Whoa.
I'm not even doing what I was. You see what I'm saying? I'm not. I went to college and I got my degree in broadcasting. This is as close as I have been to my job in many years. I used to work for V103. I used to work for WGCI. I used to work for
Mm-hmm.
Clear Channel with them, and I used to work for WVON. And although I love
Okay.
my job, it just, with me being a single mom and having a daughter, it wasn't popping for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that right now. I was broke, and then I worked on a part-time basis.